Welcome students of standard 10. We are going to start with first chapter, that is cell division. In our body there are different types of cells, but the cells which undergo division are cell division. One is somatic cells, which we call it as somatic cell division. Somatic cells, which are also called as our body cells, where cell division occurs. These cells helps us in growth, repair of our body parts. Second type of cell division takes place in our germ cells. We also call it as reproductive cells or gametes. So these are the two types of divisions which are taking place in our body. Now cell division is divided under these two divisions are categorized as mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis is cell division which takes place in the body cells. Mitosis is called as equational cell division. Mitosis which takes place in the body cells is called as equational cell division, and meiosis takes place in germ cells is called as reductional division. Now, before we start with mitosis, let me explain you that cell cycle. A cell cycle is under three phases. One is G1 phase, other one is G2 phase, other phase is called as S phase. Z1 and G2 phases are called as the growth phases, and S phase is called as the synthesis phase. During the growth phases, the cell increases in size. The cell chromosomes, nucleus, all the cell membrane, all these structures, they increase, and DNA, RNA, DNA synthesis protein synthesis takes place in the growth phases, and in synthesis phase, synthesis of DNA takes place. So during this cell cycle, during these three phases, these two types of divisions they continue, which is called as mitosis and meiosis. Now, mitosis is a cell division which is also called as equational division because the number of chromosomes present in each cell divides equally into two parts at the end of the division into two daughter cells. I repeat, cell division mitosis is called as equational division because the number of chromosomes present in the parent cell are equally divided in the daughter cells at the end of this division. Now, during this before cell division, let me explain you what is a chromosome. A chromosome is a structure which is present in the nucleus of all cells. This is in the form of a network present in the nucleus. The thread-like structures, they form the network in the nucleus, enveloped by a nuclear membrane. They form floating in the nucleoplasm. Each chromosome is said to have a centriole. Each chromosome contains two long chromatids which are connected at a particular constriction which we call it as centromere. Each chromosome is consisting of two chromatids, that is each thread-like structure, when it is thickened, it is observed as two chromatids which is connected at a particular constriction which is called as a centromere. Now, this chromosome, throughout the length of the chromosome, there are small beaded structures. These beaded structures are called as the chromomeres. These are called as chromomeres. Now, chromosomes are said to carry hereditary characters from parents to offsprings. Because they carry genes on this surface, they are said to carry hereditary characters from parents to offsprings. Let's see, this cell division mitosis is divided into four phases, mainly four phases, but before the four phases there is a phase called as interphase. We'll start with interphase, followed by prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. What is interphase? Interphase is a phase which occurs between two successive cell divisions. We We also call it as a resting phase because no changes occur. Changes, that means the separation of the chromatids present in the chromosomes or the nuclear division doesn't occur in this phase. Only the cell enlarges and the cell gets ready for cell division. What happens during interphase? The cell membrane is enlarged. You can find the cytoplasm becoming thick and the nuclear membrane starts becoming thick and it starts expanding and increasing in size, because whenever cell division starts, first the division starts with the nucleus followed by the division of the cytoplasm. So here the nucleus starts its division. So nuclear division is called as karyokinesis and the cytoplasmic division is called as cytokinesis. So what is karyokinesis? Nuclear division. This nuclear division is interphase, is divided as interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Let's see, in interphase it is the phase where the cell contents they get enlarged. Mostly the nuclear contents they get enlarged, they get thickened, and you can find each chromosome which was in the form of a network, they become stout, they become thick, nuclear membrane becomes clear and thick and clear, and the nucleolus also starts becoming thicker, and this is found only in case of interphase. These are the structures. You can find two centrioles very close to the nucleus, chromosomes, cytoplasm, nucleolus, the nucleus and the nuclear membrane. Next phase is the prophase. We'll start with the prophase. Prophase is the first phase after interphase. In this prophase you find that the centrioles, they start moving towards the poles. That is, they start enlarging, they start moving, because each centrosome contains two centrioles in animal cells. Now these two centrioles, they start moving towards the opposite poles. As they start moving, they start forming some fiber-like structures. Why do they move? Because of the enlargement of the nuclear membrane, there is a pressure which is acquired by the nuclear membrane on these centrioles present very close to the nucleus. So they start moving towards the poles. Now, what about the nuclear contents? Nucleolus which was there in the nucleus, nucleolus starts disintegrating. Along with the nuclear membrane also starts disintegrating slowly. We are not concerned about the cytoplasm. We are concerned only about the nucleus because it is karyokinesis. Next, we find that each chromosome which was thread-like structure during interphase starts dividing into two chromatids. Each chromosome into two chromatids. They start splitting from the edges towards the center, but they don't split continuous. That is, they don't split longitudinally. They don't completely separate. They get attached at the centromere. Centromere attachment is there. Then this is found only in case of prophase. Next phase is metaphase, where you find that all these chromosomes, as they are having two chromatids each, they start getting arranged on the equatorial plate, which we call it as a metaphase. Now, during metaphase, what do you find? That these centrioles have moved towards the opposite poles. Now, they started forming some fibers called as the spindle fibers, which remains attached with the centromeres of each and every chromosome, and they are arranged, all the chromosomes are arranged on the equatorial plate. So, this metaphase is an equatorial plate phase where we find all the chromosomes on the equatorial plate. Next we find, next phase, following phase is the anaphase. During anaphase you find that these chromosomes which were contained, contains two chromatids, longitudinally these chromosomes, each chromosome contains two chromatids which are attached at the centromere. Now it splits in the center. That centromere, it splits at the centromere. Why it splits? Because of the constriction of the spindle fibers towards the poles. Spindle fibers, they get constricted, they become thick, they are pulled towards the poles, due to which there is a separation of the two chromatids due to the pressure on from both the poles by the spindle fibers. So they start moving towards the opposite poles during anaphase. Next phase is Now in telophase you find that each group of chromosomes now which are divided into chromatids, they are moved towards the opposite poles. Now they started forming again a membrane around the nuclear material which is called as a nucleus each. Now each chromosome, now here in the prophase there were 4 chromosomes. Each chromosome is divided into 2 chromatids. Now each daughter cell, these are 2 daughter cells, each daughter cell will be having 4 chromosomes each again. That is why we call this mitosis as equational division. Equational division means number of chromosomes in the parent cell are same as found in the daughter cells. So each daughter cell will be having 4 chromosomes each. Now after the division of this nucleus into 2 daughter cells, then the cytoplasmic division starts. If it is animal cell, the cytoplasm starts constricting from the exterior towards the interior of the cell. That means it starts projecting from outside towards the center, dividing the whole cell into 2 equal parts. This each is called as a nucleus, and along with nucleoplasm, nuclear membrane, nucleolus. Then this is again a cell membrane is formed, 2 daughter cells at the end. Now we conclude that at the end of mitosis, from a single cell, 2 daughter cells are formed with equal number of chromosomes as that is found in the parent cell. So we call it as equational cell division. This cell division occurs in the somatic cells, that is in the body cells.